This is looking just like LCK Dom 1. Like,
But this is how Scrim Down looks like. That's what everyone says. This is what they do to every team in the world, apparently.
yeah. So, I mentioned this earlier on the Crackdown, and I mentioned it on Frost Garden stream yesterday. Currently, teams in China are not boot camping Dom 1, and so Dom 1 has had to reach out to LCK teams that are in their off-season and ask to scrim.
Because they're stomping everyone or what?
Yeah. Teams are getting demotivated and mental booming. So...
But I have one question.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so
Dom
sick.
1 are requesting Korean teams, like off-season Korean teams, to scrim, because teams in China will not scrim them anymore, or like boot camping teams. I tried to ask Nemesis for confirmation on this, if he's heard anything of the sorts, but apparently the scrim Dom 1 is in full effect right now.
Okay, so
So
I
they're having
I
to-
know that European teams are at least scrimming Dom 1. I don't know about Chinese teams, but I know that European teams outside of that group have at least scrimmed them since they've been there.
They've
So,
scrimmed them. They've scrimmed
Yeah.
them. Yeah. This is a new new thing.
Mhm.
I guess at least in the last week. So I mean, I'm looking forward to that. I'm curious to see what is gonna actually end up happening, regardless of if he successfully punishes and stuff. So the thing about Faker is, even though I think a lot of people rate him as lower than Chovy and Showmaker and stuff like that right now, I don't think it has to be that way. Do you know what I mean? Like, I still think he has the best mechanics out of them. When you watch his
Mechanics?
pro view, yeah, he has the best mechanics. So,
So what do you think they do better than him then? Laning?
I think it's I think laning decisions, and I think Faker's probably juggling a lot more because he has way more
Yeah.
weight on him than
Mhm.
they do in the games.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't think Faker's done by any means.
But it was very impressive that he has the best mechanics or one
Yeah,
of the
he's
best
sick.
skill after someone.
Yes, he's sick.
But that
He blames the Draven pick. I'm just sitting there wondering, why the fuck do you have Thresh? Why do you have Lee Sin in the jungle? You think that just because fucking Pioshik randomly got 3 kills, that somehow omits his fucking atrocious champion pick? You voluntarily picked Thresh into Senatom Kench, and you expect that you're gonna do anything in bot lane without your jungler's help? Yeah, it's really Draven's fault. So when you go backstage after the game and you get blamed for playing poorly on Draven and your inability to farm in CS and actually take any trades, you blame it on yourself rather than fucking saying to your coaching staff or to your teammates, I have a goddamn Thresh as my fucking support. What do you want me to do? Jesus. No, Draven's not the problem. The Thresh is the problem. What the hell? What?
Eve is balanced, you know?
She is.
She wants to
Oh
get
my god.
around it in solo queue. So she's actually balanced. That's a
Eve
Yes.
makes Malice look good. all I'm
My
gonna say.
tweet about an NA player refusing to scrim the academy team because verbatim, they said that the academy player would get better and could, take the person's job, etc. That was told to me firsthand by a team that had reached out to me. That was not a fucking hearsay, like through the grapevine shit. That was told to me by staff on a team. When I asked and inquired about how often this team scrims with the academy, or does like blitz scrims with the academy and other stuff. So that's how that came up. So that's where that horror story is from. Dropping in social slot and wildcard is the only negative play listed. I don't think it's negative because you can't fix North American culture. You can't fix the fact that North Americans, culturally, are basically plagued. Doesn't mean that individual North American players cannot rise up and become insane players, because, we've seen that in basically everything, esports related. We've seen individual players rise up, but when you're talking about a team environment, you're much less likely to foster such things from occurring. Now, if you look at the span of esports over the last, 20-something odd years, the only time North America has ever dominated in an esport is when it's the esport that only North America predominantly plays and other regions don't play. So, culturally, you can't fix it. So, importing helps fix the cultural issue, because it means that the teams are drowned out with more people that are not North American in their cultural approach. Now, the problem ends up becoming when people come to North America and they have a North American mindset. I made a tweet once, okay? Ask a Korean player to go and test something, he'll do it. Ask a European player to go and test something, he might have a conversation with you, he'll say he'll try. Ask a Chinese player to go and do something, he'll go and do it. Ask a North American and, well, that's really cool, bro, and all, but I really respect your opinion, but honestly, I prefer doing it my way. It kind of feels better. Like, fucking hell, dude. Jesus Christ.
All right. Time to unwrap it. If I had a TSM jersey, I'd be ripping that one off right now, too. Group C. And I got to give shout-outs here to one of the guys that follows us on Twitter. TSM Casper dropping this dime right in the Twitter feed. Should I even tune in this time? I love it.
Bad. Feels bad.
All right, TSM fans, where you at? How you doing? How you feeling right now? Because you're like, all right, well, you know, LGD, they just qualified through play-ins. We were just warming up for the next 2 games. You know, Gen G's supposed to win, and we let Fnatic win the first one. What's going on here, Dom?
I mean, it's just doomed. I thought the TSM honestly would show up in better form, but like,
what is that? Come on, hype. Thank you. Thank you. That was really beautiful. Listen, if I could give you a roll of toilet paper, I would. Okay. If I could give you a roll of toilet paper, I would definitely give that one to you.
Okay, guys. Make fun of me for wearing glasses. Okay. Sorry, because I don't see. Bot lane already kingdomed. I mean, that is what happens. Like, Tactical and CoreJJ have to give up CS. Is how it works. Lol, 4 eyes. Okay, I think it's time to turn off chat, guys. You have behaved for about 10 minutes. Bye.
you want me to ruin Nuggery for you?
Sure.
Okay, every time you see him, just picture him as a kid that collects insects. And he'll never look the same to you again. Just have that in your mind. Just think about him as a kid that collects insects. It's actually...
he does look like that, yeah.
And you will never be able to unsee it now.
So you can always definitely, you know, use and abuse me. You can spit on me.
To move Mickey around the map here. He's got his Swifty boots and he's looking to roam.
And now this cannon wave could have gone into the void. The cannon wave could have gone into the void. You could have had the golems down. You gotta push. You gotta get vision. Need river control for the things that we don't have to fight over when we have an advantage. When we can demand the opponents come to us when they don't have their core items. The fucking depth perception.
Take away the Evelyn that was so powerful for Fnatic in game 1. On!
Bwipo's on. It's going to be it. When it is left open, you can see the smile on his face. Look at him. He's like, it's time. It's time for the on. The on horn shall be called.
Toot toot.
Lock in the on. Bwipo, we see your grin. There it is! He even did the on horn!
One of the wonderful parts of Worlds when Bwipo is there is his reaction.
I mean, yeah.
Put a camera on him the entire time.
Win or lose, Bwipo's smiling face is sure to be spotted. Of course, Gen G, they can now respond with an international duo that has been rising in popularity in the Renekton and the Nidalee. I think that they will be very comfortable to grab that one for themselves. Of course, both are left open. I think.
Don't pick Renekton. I mean, that's a fucking great one. That's a great one. How many games are people gonna have to realize that this fucking champion is a steaming pile of shit, and that even when it fucking wins, it is a liability? It is a plague on every team that it's a part of. The games where it wins and it, like, carries, fucking another champion probably could have done the same goddamn thing. Holy shit!
And we have seen Rascal
Holy fuck!